Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you part 3 in our blind playthrough for Nancy Drew, Midnight in Salem. We are in the museum.
Everything you could ever want to know about Salem's history, from the Namkiag people to the Great Salem Fire of 1914.
Can't I read that? That sounds helpful. I guess not. I guess that's not an option. So yeah, we're in the museum here, which apparently also has a collection of reference books. And I can't reference any of them. What do we have here? See something strange? Unnatural smoke, people loitering, someone carrying a...
Let's see...
jerry can? Don't hesitate, report it, because where there's smoke, there's fire.
Let's see... Let's see... Let's see...
Let's see what?
Let's see...
What am I supposed to see? That I don't already see.
Let's see... Let's see...
I'm super confused about what I'm supposed to see. There's another candle. Nightly ghost tour. Ghost sightings guaranteed. Do not hesitate and book a journey into a real nightmare.
Let's see...
That would be something right up Nancy's alley, I think.
There's something off about that bookcase. Need a closer look.
Teegan's like, excuse me? She's got crazy eyes. Statue of a person.
Not yet.
Not yet what? Let's go.
There's something off about that bookcase.
I want
Need a closer look.
Well, I want to get a closer look. How do I get over there? Because if I go over here, that's just going to bring me through that curtain. I want to go... like...
There's something off about that bookcase. Need a closer look.
Wouldn't Teegan know about something being off about the bookcase? She keeps looking at me when I say that, but it's not like she's offering me any help or anything.
There's something off about that bookcase. Need a closer look.
Yeah, need a closer look. These people sway so much. They can't stand
Closed
still.
off. Looks like they're preparing a new installation.
She did say that, didn't she?
How's the investigating going? Any progress with May?
I've got some leads. I haven't had much progress with May, though. I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions, if you have time.
Sure thing. How can I help?
What's this new showcase about?
Yes, this new showcase is going to be really cool. Just in time for Halloween, you know? But what is it about? If you come back on Halloween, I'll show you.
You can't see the words.
So what's the deal with these pumpkins?
Oh, yeah. I've prepared some pumpkins that visitors can carve and bring with them to place around Salem. Feel free to give it a try if you want. It's really fun and completely free.
Do you have any more information about the Salem witch trials?
Did the exhibitions manage to spark your interest?
They did. I found this display showing the ancestry of the accused, but it didn't seem fully complete. I was wondering if you had more information stored here somewhere.
Well, We do have the upper floor, which is also where I keep most of my accused witches' stuff.
Would it be okay for me to go up there? I'd really like getting a better picture of the history of Salem.
Usually we don't allow people up on the second floor. It's restricted. But maybe just this once I can make an exception. You are here to help, after all. So if you think it would benefit you, feel free to go up there.
Thank you.
I'll open the door for you. It's actually really cool. The stairs are hidden behind a bookcase. Hold on.
How did you do that? Witchcraft! She's a witch! Whoa, whoa, okay. Okay, and now we are in an upstairs library, it looks like. Hi, Deirdre. Of course you're there. That's a couch. These are all books that I can't look at. These are all books.
Whoa, originals? These books must be hundreds of years old. No wonder they're restricted. I hope their information is still open to the public, at least.
Well, doesn't sound like it is. It sounds like you don't really get to look at this kind of stuff. Okay. What do we have up here? We have... Can we look up? More books. Here's another book. Salem and the Prohibition? The AW sign is suspected to be created by bootleggers during the Prohibition. Criminals used the sign of the AW, stating it stood for another way, cleverly thinking those opposing strong drinks would believe the AW signs to be proclaiming and meaning to choose another way for lifestyle, to choose to turn from the use of spirits. While some believe that to be a good message to turn users to another way of life, it was in reality only a cover. To smugglers and gangsters, the AW sign was code for another way out. The AWs were carved, it should be, in trees and were hidden markings used as a sign that marked the path that led the way to the hidden tunnels underground so they could smuggle their goods out. Did nobody proofread these? The directional signs, according to tales, led to secret underground passages to smuggle the illegal goods to gangsters and gain wealth off of the illegal beverage. The bootlegger's old inscription, AW, marked the way to underground tunnels that helped to transport beverages and goods under the nose of the law. Alright. There's that. Over here, we have a desk.
Someone's a busy bee.
With
old court protocols, ancestry records. Teegan is really digging deep into the witch trials.
Which is interesting. I don't like how Nancy tells us what we're going to see. I want to be able to look at it and find it out for myself. That's what being a detective is. Are you a descendant? The Salem witch trial descendants have spread all over the globe, with 20 victims executed, over 200 accused, and over 150 having been arrested. The accused and convicted now have a growing number of descendants and relatives. The descendants and relatives have an interest in discovering their past and honoring the victims. Do you have family ties to those accused? Here at the History Museum of Salem, we keep genealogy lists in memory of the accused. Be sure to join the museum's family tree and support the events and lectures that educate and honor the victims and their relatives and descendants. I want to read them myself. Samuel Wardwell, but I guess I can't read them myself because they're all covered up. Not once have I rotated anything and there's been information on the back. Okay, that's one. Samuel Wardwell. Male born May 16th, accused of witchcraft, executed by hanging. Born to Thomas Wardwell and Elizabeth Woodruff. Wife Sarah Hawks Wardwell. Children Mercy Wardwell, Samuel Wardwell Jr., accused by 14-year-old William Baker Jr. Motive was greed and gain, a possible motive for Samuel Wardwell being proclaimed guilty of witchcraft. Greed and gain, probably. Sarah, his wife, had a large estate she would lose if her husband was convicted of witchcraft. The province of Massachusetts Bay law stated that those accused of witchcraft in dealing with the devil would incur a loss of inheritance and property rights. The victims and relatives were not protected of their rights. The descendants of the accused witches in Salem fight for their rights. In 1712, Samuel Wardwell Jr. sued the colony. Sarah Good. Children, Peter Good, John Good, Dorcas, Mercy. Sister to Martha, Bethiah, John, Mary Solert. Tried and hanged July 19th. Accused records for Sarah Good, accused by Abigail Williams and Betty Paris of the Reverend Paris. Spectral evidence was known to be false. Sarah Good's daughter of age 4, Dorcas Good, was charged with witchcraft, examined by Judge Hathorne, found guilty as youngest child, accused and sentenced, and was put in jail in chains. Motive: neighbors did not like her scornful nature and requests for charity as she was a poor woman. Tituba called her a witch first, then the Paris girls all creating stories to have her tried for witchcraft. Interesting. Okay, what are these? The real evil was in the accusers rather than those accused. The shame of being associated with the killings of the innocent in the Salem witch trials had a devastating impact on those associated with the accusers of the innocent who had blood on their hands. For the descendants, the shame was often too great to endure. Many moved from the area to start new lives. Others changed their name. Famous author Nathaniel Hawthorne was such a descendant. Author Nathaniel Hawthorne was born Nathaniel Hathorne, and he was the great-great-grandson of the noted ruthless judge John Hathorne, who had sent many to their deaths in the trials. The spelling of his name was changed to Hawthorne, in part to remove himself from the connection to his ancestors' shameful past. At one point, Nathaniel Hawthorne felt he was under a curse. He often wrote about Salem and the shame and sadness he felt. In his book, The Scarlet Letter, he wrote of John Hathorne, so conspicuous in the martyrdom of the witches, that their blood may fairly be said to have left a stain upon him. Reverend Samuel Paris did not apologize. However, he did state in 1694 that I may have been mistaken. He was kicked out of the village, but his family remained. It was rumored in later years of there being an ancestor that had altered their name to Perry. And nothing on the back of this. The AW, the Accused Witches Organization, recognizing the injustices of the past by honoring and supporting the ancestors of the accused. Righting the wrongs of the past, we fight for justice and clearing of all of the family names. We educate with special lectures in the AW meetings to remember the past and prevent witch hunts of the future. The AW is a safe community to express your feelings for the lost relatives and to seek ways to honor their memories and where those descendants of the accusers can seek forgiveness. Fundraising for the memorial for lives lost in global witch trials and relatives and descendants around the world. Join us in fighting for the evidence that proves the innocence of the wrongly accused. AW, the past cannot be repeated. Raising awareness through education events and memorials for the accused. AW, Healing Series. Special community support for the accusers and the accused for healing of the past to grow a better future. AW Power, a movement to reclaim selected lands that were illegally lost to greed in the trials for the creation of centers for memorials, events, and lectures. The AW have their rights. Today they can be restored through global centers that educate, restore, and honor all of the accused. I see. Okay. Yeah. So I guess that's everything on the second floor. Hi, Deirdre. Totally forgot you were there. You don't say much, do ya? So I guess let's go down. Go on the witch tour and talk to Judge Danforth. So I guess we're done here. How do I leave? I want to leave! How do I get out of here? These controls. What is with these? Oh my goodness. Okay. Apparently you can't walk through the middle. You can only do that. What does this protester say? Justice delayed is justice denied. He's walking weird. There's like a shop here. People are in the exact same place that they were before. I'm going to assume that Judge Danforth is probably in here.
That group is really chanting up a storm. What has them so angry?
This lady is everywhere. These candles are seriously everywhere. Okay, I guess let's go in here. That looks like a familiar painting. I don't know who of. Directions.
Judge's office to the right.
Judge Danforth is to the right. Okay.
Hey, what are you doing?
He's a judge, Deirdre. He's not gonna bite. Hello? Judge Danforth.
Yeah, hello. Ted? Is that you?
Ted?
No, Your Honor. My name is Nancy Drew. I think you've spoken with my father.
Nancy Drew? Carson's daughter?
Yes, and I'm with my friend Deirdre Shannon. We're investigating the arson of the Hathorn house.
Ah, yes, yes.
Can we come in?
Well, you see, no, I mean, I'd let you in, but I seem to have been locked in my office and I need some help getting out.
Do you know where I could find a key to your office?
Yes, I believe I gave a copy of the key to Alicia Cole as backup. She's just down the hall. I hope she's still here.
What kind of a weird scenario is that? How did you get locked in your own office? They don't lock from the inside.
Judge's office to the right.
Alicia Cole to the left. Interesting.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi. So sorry to bother you at this hour, but we're here to meet with Judge Danforth, and he seems to be locked inside his office.
He said you might have a key.
Sorry, I gave him my spare. Unbelievable. Does this ever end?
Oh. Well then, do you have a paperclip?
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what business do you two have with the judge?
We're helping the judge with a case.
Anything I can assist you with?
Thanks, but I think we got it. No need for a lawyer. At least, not yet.
The diploma gave me away, huh?
Aside from the cold coffee you're still drinking and the deluxe open box of sticky tabs, yeah, you could say I know the type really well.
Nancy Drew, you really are your father's daughter. It's nice to finally meet you.
You know my dad?
Small world. If you need any assistance or more paper clips, feel free to ask.
Okay. I got a paper clip from random lawyer lady. And I can't snoop through her stuff, it looks like. Are those supposed to be like... What are those little circles floating around? Are those supposed to be dust bunnies? So we apparently are
Judge Danforth,
picking the lock.
I couldn't find your key.
What? Alicia said she'd keep a copy for me.
Well, I did find a paperclip. I think I can pick your lock, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure, fine.
This shouldn't be too much of a challenge.
Hold to drag pin. Feel for the pin that gives resistance. Release when the pin locks in place. So that one didn't. Have any give to it. This is the only one that had give to it. I think. No? Feel for the pin that gives resistance. I think that one had resistance. Whoa, that one had like none. Hold to drag pin. Feel for the pin that gives resistance. Release when the pin locks in place. Am I supposed to do that with every one? I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. Hold to drag pin. Feel for the pin that gives resistance. Release when the pin locks in place. It doesn't stay put. I don't know what to do. What is this puzzle? It doesn't like do anything. Do I just slowly lift it up? But then that did nothing. Absolutely no clue what I'm supposed to do. Feel for the pin that gives resistance. Release when the pin locks in place. It doesn't let me, like, release anything. Oh, okay, so that apparently did something. I have to go really slow. Oh, crud. Okay, so you gotta go super duper slow, and if you mess up, they all reset. Does it have to be in the right order? Because that, like... Let me try doing it the 5th one. Try that again. Okay, I'm guessing it has to be in a certain order. So maybe... Let's try 4. And then... I don't know, 2. No. Okay, how about 4? And then maybe 3. Okay, 4, 3. How about 1? Nope. Four. 3. How about 5? Four, 3, 5. Please just be 2. Four, 3, 5, 1, 2. The last one, 2. So the goal is to go in that order, 4, 3, 5, 1, 2, and go very slowly. You have to click and drag them up.
Ha! Still got it.
Efficient. How'd you learn to do that, actually?
That was not efficient.
Online video tutorial.
Someday you have to tell me about your secret life of breaking and entering, Drew. Because you're in danger of being cool. Which, honestly, I just don't like.
Someday.
Hi, weirdo who gets locked in his own office.
Ah, those protesters are out there again, stirring the pot. You know, this town used to be a quiet place, but it seems lately there's been an element that has infiltrated our community. I have no doubt one of those troublemakers locked my door and threw away the key. Now, Nancy, your father and I have discussed.
Oh, sorry. I'm not Nancy.
Of course you're not. You look nothing like Carson. Did your father ever tell you about the time we won 4th place at the Lake Winnipesaukee Regatta? You see, at the time I had 20/10 vision, so I was the navigator and...
Judge, this is Deirdre Shannon. She's working with me on the case.
Deirdre, you're the one who tried to break down my door.
Breakdown?
Your Honor, that's an exaggeration. I was knocking. Heavily.
Look, I'm really busy dealing with this Hathorn House business. Being a judge is not as simple as, you know, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to unlock your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions. Right?
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
Can you explain to us how you're involved with the Hathorn House?
Well, yes. The house was built by Judge John Hathorn during the 1600s, and it represented the oldest surviving structure from that era. Judge Hathorn, of course, was one of the 3 judges that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Yes, and I'm sure we can read all about the home's history in Salem's museum.
More recently, Francis Tuttle, Judge Hathorn's last direct descendant, lived in a small section of the house while the rest was left to fall into considerable disrepair. She was alone, except for a part-time caregiver, Lauren Holt, who had a bedroom in the carriage house. A few months ago, Francis Tuttle passed away, which left Hathorn House without a legal heir. According to the historical statutes of Salem, after 90 days, the house reverts to public property, the deadline of which is 2 days from now, at midnight.
So, how did Francis Tuttle pass away exactly?
The woman was 88 years old. The coroner confirmed her death was of natural causes.
So they never investigated Lauren Holt.
You need the suspicion of foul play to investigate someone, young lady.
We'd like to speak with her all the same.
She still lives on the estate, although for how much longer we do not know. You can also find her in her shop, Luminous Infusions. She might be willing to talk to you.
I was told that the burning of Hathorn House is suspected to be a case of arson. How did the police come to that conclusion?
The investigation found paint solvent residue on burnt embers, suggesting someone deliberately used an accelerant. Thankfully, Mrs. Tuttle never had to see what became of her home.
And what evidence do you have that May Perry is the one responsible for this?
Evidence? Have you ever heard of recidivism? 3 out of 4 criminals in the United States are repeat offenders. And there's only one person in all of Salem who has a history of fire-related crime.
So, there is no evidence.
Not yet, but there will be.
You don't need evidence. She's already been convicted in the court of public opinion.
Is that what she said?
No, I'm saying it.
She has a history with this sort of thing.
What's May's motive? What does she gain by burning down the Hathorn house?
You'd have to ask her. And while you're at it, you can ask about her alibi, which she refused to give to the police. So, any other questions?
So the Book of Apologies. Why did you really need it?
Yes, and first of all, I'm so glad you're all right. Nasty business. Had I known you were going to be put in harm's way, I would have never called Carson and asked for his help.
I've done plenty of work for my father. Trust me. I can handle myself.
Yes, I'm sure you can.
So I've already heard some stories, but would you mind giving me your version of why the book is important?
Yes, so Judge Sewell was rumored to keep a ledger of all the accused, intending to publish it to reconcile with their families and clear their names. But he passed away before he could do so.
Going to Austria for a rumored book seems like a heck of a long shot.
Well, I have been under some pressure from the AW group. AW as in accused witches.
Don't you think it's dangerous throwing around May's name as a suspect before any evidence links her to the crime?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
From what you've described, there is no evidence against May. Yet you were saying that she did it. As a judge, I think you would be the first to admit that sounds prejudicial.
It is not just me, Miss Drew. There are plenty of people who believe that May is responsible for this crime. It is not prejudice when she is the only likely suspect.
Actually, that is the definition of prejudice.
I'm not going to have this debate with you. Is there anything else?
Talk to you later.
Miss Drew, before you go, there is something else I need your help with.
You're not locked out of your car, are you?
Oh, no. There was an incident here recently. Someone broke into the evidence room.
Oh. Have you called the police?
Well, no, not yet. I don't think anything was taken. Never mind. I'll call the police. Thank you for your time.
Okay, I guess next we go on the witch tour. Which I think we will probably do in the next part, and I'm going to leave this part right here. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.